F1's Grand Prix in Miami, the sports' glitz and glamour was on full display all weekend. Michelle Obama, David Beckham, Michael Jordan, Serena and Venus Williams, just some of the A-list celebrities that were spotted in Miami for the big race. Pras Subramanian, also a celebrity who's been down there the last couple of days. Pras, it's tough to kind of digest how big of a weekend this was for F1 here in the U.S. You attended the race yesterday. How would you sum up what you've seen over the last couple of days?
You know, Sean, I was impressed that Miami actually pulled off this really big event. It's not easy to create a one-off track in a parking lot of a football stadium, which is what they did. They pulled it off. It looked great. The drivers seemed to like it. It was a sold-out event. Even Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all 3 days were packed full of people, which is usually kind of rare. And I think it was a big win for the city and also for F1, right? So the teams and the brands that are associated with this sport, a marquee event that they added to the calendar. Usually that stuff's like, you know, Monaco and races like that, but Miami really added the glitz that sport wants, especially in America. Where I spoke to Aston Martin, a couple of their executives there, and they told me that they had 200 clients here just on race day alone. And they actually sold a couple of cars because the clients were so excited about what they did, how they provided such a great experience, and they saw their cars on track. So really big deal. And a lot of big brands like Oracle and Walmart and AT&T all want to be a part of this event too, because let's face it, you know, every weekend, F1 gets around 70 million fans around the globe every race weekend. So it's kind of a big deal. And Miami was kind of the cherry on top of another great season so far in the F1 world.
Yeah, I'm really curious, Pras, to get the TV ratings as they have been skyrocketing since 2019. But the race, and I don't want this to sound wrong, it almost felt inconsequential. Watching it was a bit dull late. Actually, you knew who was going to win the last several laps. But did it feel like the race was almost secondary to the pomp and circumstance, to the spectacle of it? And what did you make of the yachts that weren't actually on water?
Let me start with the yachts. So I actually went over to that area and saw the fake marina with the yachts sitting on basic plywood with a vinyl wrap on it. I was not impressed by that. I think a lot of people weren't impressed by that. I think we might not see that next year because it was just really kind of not really well done. But the Hard Rock Beach Club they created a whole beach there with deck and sand and things like that. That looked really great. Now people had a lot of fun there with DJs there too. But back to the race, I think Dave, these kinds of races on street courses that are kind of created kind of not as purpose-built tracks are very narrow, and it's hard to pass, hard to have exciting racing. So that can be problematic if you have a couple of those races in a row, right? So maybe Miami will learn from what they did this time and try to make that track a bit wider, have some spots that are great for race car drivers to take some chances and really pull in and try to go for that win.
And Pras, when you think about the number of people who were actually able to make it into the event versus the spillover of people who just wanted to be in the mix, just wanted to enjoy, how important is the location here? Obviously, Grand Prix could be anywhere. How important was the location for Formula One this time?
I think it was all about location, right? South Florida, Miami. There's so many people that come here every weekend just to party and have fun. Add in a F1 race with a crowd from Europe and South America and Asia, and it becomes a complete, sort of free-for-all with people but having fun. And, I left the track after the race, and it took me 2 hours to get back. I had to walk 2 miles to get an Uber because it was just so crowded. That gives you an idea of how many people were here. And, just sort of the party vibe in South Florida. It's such a great event, and I think it works well for the Miami and Formula One.
Definitely something to build on. Can't wait to try to get to that next one. Pras, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.